Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boys back again, once again, with another episode of Power Rangers Academia. This is the part where they're like done with the toy news. And they're going on the entertainment side of things, as they put it. And the first big reveal was wasn't it the once and always, or did they do the
once and always?
They did that first, and then they went to Cosmic
Which was
Fury,
probably, in my opinion, the biggest reveal of the whole show.
I guess me personally, I felt
reveal. Now, the trailer actually launched before the stream started.
It did. And I was expecting for them to show it too, but they didn't, which I was like, oh, okay, that's good for me, because I actually recorded my reaction to this before we started recording this.
I'll get to what the biggest was after.
Yeah. So with Cosmic Fury, obviously they decided they're not gonna stiff us on showing just like one other suit. Like, they showed all six of them.
Yeah.
And we learned that Zato's suit has a name. He's not a color. He is the Zenith Ranger, right? So that's a pretty powerful name, not gonna lie.
Man's got a cape.
Oh yeah, has a cape. The cape transferred over from his Dino Fury suit that he had at the very, very, very last 2 minutes of the series, which I thought was gonna carry over in a better way, but it doesn't look the same at all. Like he doesn't even have that little accent of red anymore. It's just all like beigey kind of color. And then everyone else kind of looks like all like the funny thing is, and I forget who put this, I think it was Mr. Cooper. I could on Twitter. I can't remember who it was, but someone on Twitter did a side-by-side with their suits and the Shazam costumes from DC. And I'm like, can't unsee it. They are the Shazam Rangers, guys. Legit. The costumes literally look like someone in creative was like trying to come up with designs, and they was watching Shazam. They was like, and they started going to work like low key. So once I saw that, I was like, damn, I can't unsee it, because it looks very similar. But I mean, overall though, they look, pretty cool. But then another side by side, when you compare them shits to the Q Ranger suits that they could have had, I was like, damn.
Yo,
I almost forgot how OD Q Ranger is, right?
Yeah, yo.
Them suits were fire.
And we got a new Red Ranger. They showed that,
That's not big news too.
So that was like the bigger thing from this reveal, was that Amelia, the Dino Fury Pink Ranger, has now been donned not only just the new Red Ranger, she's apparently the new leader of the Cosmic Fury Rangers, right? So that's a big ding for that. And honestly,
about that.
Well, so go ahead. What's your question?
My bad, you can. Well, yeah. Before we move on, so I haven't caught up with Dino Fury still, but
oh my god,
what does that mean with Zato? Like, does that?
That is a great question.
He's probably. I would say he'd be closer to like a Kruger. I feel like he's going to be either part-time or like kind of the role that Kruger played in that team, or maybe even Omega.
I was thinking.
So now he's the Sixth Ranger?
Like a Zane. I was thinking he was going to be like a Zane. Like
he might be the... Yeah.
He's off doing other stuff while they're doing...
So much
stuff.
So many questions we need answered, and we were going to in 10 episodes. Yo, I'm surprised they give us all this news. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing I was gonna bring up, but I was just like, yo, there's no way. Like, okay, it's one thing like because we've seen this happen before. A character that's already been on the team, they get upgraded. Tommy, right, as the leader. Jason was there the entire time. He got demoted. Zordon just said, I don't give a fuck. Tommy's the new leader. He's White Ranger. He got Dino Ranger shit. You don't, right? So boom, bam, bop. That's just how it's gonna work out, right? So now they're doing that again, except they're like checking off a bunch of things that they have yet to do with Power Rangers, and that's to like make a female lead as a Red for like the entire season. But I say that with quotes and an asterisk, because this entire season is 10 episodes, right? It's Netflix downsized. And then, I don't even know what the official run times are for each of these episodes. Like, are they still going to be 22 minutes or half an hour or what? You know what I'm saying?
There's no way.
You know, like
be longer.
That's what I feel like.
45 to an hour. That's what
I would like. Yo, see, that would be perfect.
I'm expecting like 30, like maybe like get rid of that 22 to just go straight 30. But I don't know. I'm trying to. I would love the 40 minute to an hour.
If it's Netflix, they can do it.
That's
Netflix
true.
Netflix shows.
They could.
It's a kid show, man.
But
the kid's not about to watch something for that long.
Man, come on. They be watching mad shit for longer. You already know that.
But
how kids you got these days only watching 5-second videos.
That's true. Kids have a small attention span. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you exactly why I disagree, because nowadays kids are growing up with tablets and phones and stuff, so they're used to being glued to a screen.
Yup. They'll be on there. No matter what.
We have to worry about commercials.
I want to watch. You know, they'll just switch shows. They're like, oh, this episode's been too long.
And the fact that you'll most likely be able to binge watch it. Come on, son. The kids are gonna be glued, yo.
Yeah, especially for us. Like, you know, as soon as that shit drops, we're all watching that in one second.
Yeah, for us. Yeah.
We had to wait every week for a new episode to drop. The kids right now, listen, they can watch the whole season day one with no ads.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is so true. Kind of hurts a little bit because of the advantage.
I was waiting for this to get brought up, because I feel like this right here was the biggest reveal, because we didn't see it even before.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw what they were gonna look like, but not all of them, right? So now it's like, okay, we got the Zenith Ranger. We don't even know if he has a color, right? What happened? What's going on with Zato? How is he not the leader anymore? Is he gonna go somewhere on his own and just only show up when they need him, or what's gonna happen there? How did Amelia become the leader? Why her and not anybody else? Right, so there's a lot of questions being answered, but in terms of these suits, yo, what's up with this foam giving them fake abs and stuff? I'm like, if this is the best we can do for original content, I don't like where this is going. I tell this like, yo, if they gave that to me and they're like, okay, I need you to design a suit for Cosmic Fury, first of all, I would change the logo of the whole series, because it should not look like Dino Fury at all. And second of all, you best believe there'll be more OD. I feel like the Dino Fury suits were much better, because they have a lot going on on the body, right? They have
there's some of the best suits.
It's mad clean. It's very clean.
It was fine.
Like ever since I saw Ryu Soldier,
Ryu's so cool. I love Ryu Soldier. Uchi, I told Uchi that's my top 3. You know, to me that's my top 3. So the helmets look the same, but it's like, yo, did they get nerfed? Like, well, what is this?
Yeah, right.
You know, I could have done Q Ranger, but no. I mean, it's something we're gonna have to deal with. It could have been worse.
Well,
you know, but it just looks too fake to me. That's the thing. It looks too fake. They're not this buff. They're not all of a sudden took steroids in space. Like,
they all got the costumes. They all got the Andros Battleizer shit.
Right, exactly. Yeah. That's so funny.
It does look a little goofy, but I will say that I'm kind of mixed, because like I don't hate them.
Yeah.
But
they're down there with some of the worst in the entire series, I feel.
I'm not gonna say that, but like I will say that I like the drawings, but like when we saw the IRL suits, that was my thing. Like I was really waiting until we saw the IRL suits before I really made a decision whether or not I liked them.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think they're like underwhelming now, especially because of the fake, but I thought that was a joke, like when they showed the video and then like they showed like the chat. I was like, what's going on with that?
One thing about that whole clip, and I'll take back everything I said before, because remember, one of my issues was I didn't get to see them like all hanging out and being
their chemistry is like this.
Now, like I saw that, I'm like, yo, they're like they cool, they work well together. So I take back everything I said before in prior episodes. I feel like in terms of like the story, I think the story's gonna be dope, and I feel like they're gonna work very well together, and their acting is gonna be on point. But them suits just ain't it, man. I hope that they're able to put some CGI on them or something, or maybe that's just how they are right now. Remember, I think that was like the first episode of them filming in the suit, so maybe there's still like patches and stuff they're gonna put on the suits themselves. At least
they're done filming too, so let's hope so.
When we saw the the art, it looked like there was more going on.
Yeah.
So
it looks shinier and shit. I don't know.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. I feel like they have it blank. If you notice, they have it blank so they can make it work like a green screen, for example. It's possible. So I'm not gonna completely roast them, but if that's how they stay throughout the seasons, you're gonna hear it from me. It better be the best story I've ever seen on TV. That's all I gotta say with them damn suits.
Yeah, as far as for me, like, I didn't think they looked terrible. Like, I wasn't. See, my thing was, the suits was the last thing that I was worried about. And I say the word worry because I'm just like seeing Amelia as the Red Ranger, like literally out of nowhere. I was like, whoa, right? Like, what happened? Because like, you know, like we were already discussing, like this brings about like a lot more questions. But then like when you like really let that simmer a little bit longer, and then like, you know, upon scrolling through Twitter and seeing like, holy shit, like they were actually kind of setting this up right before our very eyes, and I just didn't pick up on any of it, was the fact that she at one point did hold the red dino key. Mm-hmm. And that was like a really slight tease, right? But then the other big thing about her is that she actually is Ravkonian. So I'm thinking, well, as far as story goes, maybe it has something to do with that, because like obviously Zato and I forget the Gold Ranger's name every time. Ion, right? So they're both Ravkonian, right? You know, Zato's a leader. Ion is Gold Ranger. Gold Ranger, of course, being the sixth are always like, you know, they got some type of uniqueness to it. But, you know, Amelia has all throughout Dino Fury has had like this kind of special light shined on her that we didn't really understand, like, or really get why, you know, when it was happening. And so now that we've seen all of Dino Fury kind of play out, and we see like, oh shit, like she's a lot more of an important character than we realize. Like she's not just some other pink ranger. I feel like they're gonna have to tie that into why she just automatically just got, you know, this big promotion. And I wonder if it has anything to do with Zato, you know, allowing her that opportunity to do that, because I mean he was already the leader, and it must have been like one of those things where it's like he technically died, and then, you know, he like and it was just the 5 of them for a period of time until, you know, they had that little time skip at the end, and then they shot that scene and he just comes back. Maybe there's going to be some dialogue where he explains like, well, I was gone for this amount of time, and, you know, obviously I couldn't lead you guys. So like if it turns out that Amelia kind of just was that, like she stepped in without even realizing like that's what she was doing, could be one of those like passing of the torch moments right then and there once they come back together. That's just like a concept I just came up with on the fly, because like I'm just trying to make sense of it for myself with what little that we know about what's actually happening. But as far as like, I don't personally have a problem with her being a Red Ranger. I don't have a problem with any female being a Red Ranger, because you know me, as long as the story's OD, that's all I care about. Okay, that is 100% all I care about. So like but that's the other thing, right? Like I did feel like this, I guess, given the circumstances and the situation, this was probably the best opportunity to do that, because like, you know, they haven't really done it before, even though we have had other female Reds in the past, but they were not the leads, and like they weren't the leads for like a very long time, you know, like I'm sure people are gonna argue, oh, what about the SWAT Team A from SPD? Like she was Red, right? Listen, SWAT Team A, were they on screen a lot? No. Were, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like we all know what happens with that. And then it's like, are we gonna talk about Lauren Sheba? No. Please, she showed up at the last 4 fucking episodes, and the one job that she had failed.
Nah, I disagree. She had a very good job with 300%.
That's grid. That's irrelevant to this conversation.
The concept of Lauren Sheba is more interesting than the execution was, but I like how they did. I like the Sentai version better.
Of course.
And the only reason I compare those two is because like Samurai is like a copy paste of.
It is of Shinken.
Yeah, it is. It's of Shinken. And I think Kaoru was done better than Lauren, but I still like, you know, it's still somewhat almost there. Like the comics helped a lot.
Of course, comics help everything. Just like Rocky, they help. They try and help him out.
I mean, like I'm actually looking forward to Amelia being the Red Ranger. You know, I think it's, you know, a very different approach. I feel like it's a much needed approach, especially nowadays. She looks good in red. You know, I'm just saying that. You know, she looks very good in red. She probably looks like, out of all the people in the suits, I think, you know, that one suits her the best, honestly. And you know, she looked very happy, and she knows that, you know, she's the chosen one. Right, she's aware of that, and you can tell. So she's very happy, and I hope it shows on screen. But like you said, Uchi, as long as the story good, who cares? Who cares?
Yeah.
It's. And I feel like they're gonna nail it. I feel like story wise they're gonna nail it.
I really hope so.
They're doing a good job with bringing the hype and stuff. The suits just a little lackluster.
I will say that I really liked all the stuff that Simon was saying, like on the stream. Like he was talking about how, like, in this format, obviously we don't have the shackles of Sentai.
Right.
You don't have to worry about the like the locations and the storylines that you have to because like at the end of the day it's really like. Well, I forgot the word that they use, but it's like there's already a story that's set, and you have to find a way to make it even if it's completely different, like it has nothing to do with the actual story from Sentai. You have to find a way to like, oh, how can we make this make sense here? How can we make this make sense here? And then you're just filling in the blanks, pretty much. And that's what Power Rangers has always been. And like some of the like another season, aside from Dino, I know that Dino Fury didn't have a ton of Sentai footage either, aside from the Megazord fight, but like another series that they had as much freedom to do whatever they want was like RPM, and then it's like one of the best seasons in terms of story.
Yeah,
like I'm willing to see. I'll let them cook and see what happens.
Yeah,
I kind of feel similar. So like going back to the suits, like I feel exactly the same as Tech. When I saw the art, I was like, this looks dope because it looks more glossy. Even though there was detail missing in the chest, I felt like it just looked more complete in the pictures. Whereas we see in action, it looks a little muted. It looks like there's something missing in the torso section of the suit. Obviously all of them have the shoulder. I don't know if they all need it, and we're seeing it with these two. There's a bunch of like little things, but part of me hopes that in post there's like some kind of luster effect that goes over it. It's better in shots than it does offset. But overall, I'm kind of intrigued by just where they might go, because like they're talking about it being like a spacefaring adventure where they're going to different places. I talked before about what they possibly could go to. But I think it's exciting having Amelia as Red. Just for the fact of they're going out with a bang. They're making their statements. They made a statement last season with Izzy. They're making another statement with Amelia this time.
Yeah, they're breaking the barriers too. And shit.
Ion too.
And Ion, yeah, and real talk, like Amelia, like the Hunter, the actress, like she's probably like one of the brand ambassador people for the season. But she like because you see a lot of actors come and go, and some stick around, and you could see their passion for the franchise, like your Brendan Mejias or their Sudarso brothers, right? And I feel like she at least appears to be one of those where she really appreciates the fandom and she appreciates being a part of it, and you could see by that it means a lot to her. So I'm hoping that the execution is good. But of course, like it always comes down to the writing, and it's like we're in uncharted territory now. Like there's no precedence for this in Power Rangers, or there's minimal precedence for this on the TV show. So like I just want to see like where they're gonna go with it. Like that episode 1 is gonna be like a huge indicator, because clearly a lot of stuff is gonna happen to set all this in motion.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up reacting to all of the episodes. Not gonna lie.
Of course you are. That's
yeah,
what
man.
you're talking about.
I'm doing that for the once and always, which is the last thing we're gonna, I guess, end on here to talk about, because lots to take from this.
Ooh, I'm ready.
So Mighty Morphin Power Rangers once and always. They took the original logo and they put some splash on that junk. Okay, that shit looks high def 4K. You know what I'm saying?
It was OD.
Yeah, it was OD. They even had it coming out the center, and I was like, oh, okay, all right. I was feeling it. It's like a lot of emphasis on, the cast that they already revealed, with Billy, Zach, with Catherine. Funny enough, they didn't show Trini's daughter at all, even though they revealed her.
I think it was more for the nostalgia. Like they were going like,
okay, you got it.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like I think definitely that was for like that video's for people that haven't been paying attention too much. Like You know,
and
like,
for us.
oh, what's this? And for, you know, fans too, but like people that, oh, Power Rangers, that's cool. What's going on over there? You know, they see all the Rangers like, oh, I should watch that type thing. That's what I think.
You know how good it felt seeing like Billy and Zach in those suits?
Oh my God.
Dude,
tell me about it.
That was the best thing about that whole trailer.
I felt...
Can we talk about how Zach looks like he's like in his 20s? Like,
he looks the best.
That lineup still needs work though. That lineup still.
Hey, it's not Brink. It's not the Brink lineup, so at least. But this is a sidebar, but it's related to PR Academia. So this past weekend, me and my friends went to see that new House Party because we thought it looked terrible and we wanted to laugh at it. There's 2 Power Rangers actors in this movie.
Yep.
So Tanya plays the mom of one of the main characters, and we were like, "Oh shit, this is crazy." That's right. Later on in the movie, during the party, guess who's at the party?
Is it Zach?
Walter Jones.
Wow.
As himself, because they were like, "Oh, you were the first Black Power Ranger." One person takes a picture with them. Then this dude comes to him and wants to take a picture. He's like, "Man, I'm just trying to get the bitches." And that was it. I gotta see that scene. When I tell you I was crying at that movie sucks, but I would be lying if I didn't have fun with it. It's one of those so bad it's good type.
It's the Kusage of movies. Yeah, I like that.
The Kusage movie.
It's funny because I actually saw Megan and they had I forget her name, but she was it was the leader of Buzz Blast. She was in that movie too.
Jane was in that, and Zato's mom was in it too. Zato's mom was the scientist, was the main character's friend.
Yo, damn, that's crazy. They're out here. They're getting their work in. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, it's crazy too because, you know, back in the day, we would see like Rangers actors not do anything outside of Power Rangers.
They'll do that. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, now people, you know, these old actors getting gigs, new actors getting gigs. Sierra Hanna has been in like 6 movies since Megaforce. You know,
that's good for her.
And some controversial scenes to some people.
Yo, Yoshi was in Yoshi Sudarso was in that movie Bullet Train, which was a fire movie by the way.
I seen the trailer. I need to check that out.
Coda and something too?
Yeah, that's him.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Yeah. See, so it's they out here. You know, they getting gigs now. You know, Power Rangers how they get started.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's a small handful of them that they have had their, you know. I mean, but that's for another episode, to be honest. There's quite a bit to go off of.
There's a few in particular.
Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you guys are tuning in for all these episodes. We'll have some more topics and everything to talk about. Make sure you guys are leaving your comments below. Let us know what you guys thought about everything from FanFest and all the talk and speculation going into the Cosmic Fury and Once and Always Mighty Morphin Power Rangers special. It's been your boys here at Power Rangers Academia. Make sure you guys are taking care of yourselves. May the power protect you. Keep it locked loaded right here on this channel. Stay safe, stay clean, and stay inside. We'll see you guys next time.